May I now request the director to greet Mr. Gupta with the shawl. May I request Sri Krishna Kulkarni, Chairman, Board of Governors, to hand over the Distinguished Alumnus Award and the citation scroll to Mr. Gupta. May I request Professor Ankit Kumar to come on stage and read the citation for Mr. Gupta.
Hello everyone, Namaskar. We take immense pleasure in honoring Mr. Sanjay Gupta, an alumnus of 26th batch of IIM Calcutta, for his stellar corporate career. Sanjay Gupta is the country head and vice president of Google India and leads team that help businesses transform and grow by leveraging digital, focusing on small and medium enterprises, women entrepreneurs, and startups. Google India is one of the most important and fast-growing markets for the Google globally. Sanjay is instrumental in driving the strategy, growth, and establishment of the global best practices. As a leader, he is focused on managing the key initiatives under the Google's mission in India of making the internet helpful and safer for 1 billion Indians and driving efforts that make India a leading digital economy. Sanjay joined Google in early 2020 with an exceptional career that spans nearly 3 decades across the sunrise sector like media and entertainment. Telecom, FMCG industry, giving him a deep understanding of India's diverse consumer and business landscape. Before Google, Sanjay was the managing director of Star and Disney India, which he plays a pivotal role in extending Star's traditional television content to the digital consumer through Hotstar. He is also widely credited for building their sports business. Sanjay began his career in Hindustan Unilever, where he led the marketing team for the two of the company's most critical segments, oral as well as home care. He then moved to serve as a Bharti Airtel's chief marketing officer for its mobile business, spearheading the growth agenda for the company. In addition to being a founder member of the Nudge Foundation, which works in the area of the poverty alleviation, Sanjay champions responsible progress for the internet industry in India in his capacity as the chairperson of the Internet and Mobile Association of India. He also actively invests time in mentoring young professionals, startup founders, and in the part of several advisory committees. He contributes extensively to the industry and currently the chairman of FICCI Media and Entertainment. Since 2015, he has also been the chairman of CII Sports Committee. In addition, he was also the member of the board of the Martial Sport and Football Sport Development Limited till 2019. Sanjay holds an MBA from Indian Institute of Management, Calcutta, and is an engineer from Delhi College of Engineering. He currently lives in Mumbai. We acknowledge Mr. Gupta's significant achievement and exemplary professional in the corporate arena with enormous pride and bestowed upon him the Institute's highest honor for its alumni, Distinguished Alumnus Award, given this 14th day of November 2022. Thank you.
Thank you. Good evening, Mr. Shyam Srinivasan, Managing Director and CEO of Federal Bank, Mr. Sri Krishna Kulkarni ji, Chairman, the Board of Governors, Director, Professor Uttam Kumar Sarkar, Professor Bhaskar Chakravarti, Professor Manish Thakur, thoughtful, demanding, and caring faculty of IIM Calcutta, the hard-working staff at IIM Calcutta, and unstoppable young and brilliant students. Thank you for making me a part of this momentous occasion. IIM Calcutta has shaped me to my very core, and I am deeply humbled by this honor. The year was 1991. I was a proud resident of White House, D-Top. I think it's known by a different name now. An ecstatic young graduate. In the midst of serenity and greenery, those blissful walks across the bridge, could feel the incoming rain in my room D301. And I was there for 2 years, surprisingly and in a good way. Those deep late night conversations with friends and breakfast at Machan almost every day because I was late riser. Well, I used to rise well past the canteen timings at that time. And not surprisingly, most of us in that batch or batch 26, only 3 to 5 people used to be in a class of 120. But such was the unbridled freedom at IIM Calcutta, where the choices were ours and the faculty treated us like adults that were expected to be. An environment where I enjoyed every day and learned so much from friends, from nature, from the staff in IIM Calcutta, and not only from the faculty. I was excited, somewhat confused, and largely unaware of the world outside. Contrast this with a fair bit of turmoil happening slightly away from home in the year 1991. The Gulf War was on, while the Soviet Union was getting dissolved. And right here, outside the doors of our safe space, that is this campus, our country was undergoing an economic awakening. Lives were changing. Society was progressing. In my own excitement, what I didn't realize at that time was that how momentous this year 1990 will be in the history books as an iconic landmark year, effectively changing my country's outlook. The world was transforming and India was opening up. Also, I was graduating, not fully understanding the cusp of change I stood at. And let me take a moment to take you further back into history, a shade over 60 years to this day, when the doors of this prestigious institute first opened. I often wonder, as our inaugural director, Mr. K.G. Tandi, first embarked on this journey along with students, did he recognize the transformational legacy that he would leave behind? That by laying the foundation of this institution, he would be having such a profound impact on the aspirations of many generations to come. That was in 1961. As I reflect on my journey, I don't think I could fathom how these instances of change would impact the phases of my life. My path to IIM Calcutta was pure serendipity. And so was everything that followed. I joined Hindustan Lever from IIM Calcutta. Neither my batchmates nor I expected that I would. Hindustan Lever, just like this institute, set the foundation of values and ethics in me, which I'm really, really grateful for. I've been fortunate to work at Bharti Airtel as it revolutionized India through telecom. I led Star and Disney in India and spent a decade in a content and marketing company. A mechanical engineer leading a cutting-edge content company and being part of some of the most exciting projects that we could think of. To name a few, Satyamev Jayate, which got India to reflect. Launch of Hotstar, which shaped the digital revolution for media companies globally, making kabaddi cool in a country obsessed with cricket. And today leading Google India, being part of a team which is solving for connecting the next billion users and making technology work to improve health of a billion Indians and educate many of our children. I have nothing but gratitude for this journey. Especially I had little influence on the waypoints. The creation of IMC in 1961. My time spent 30 years later in this institute. The journey through the best of companies, an exciting idea that each company pioneered. My parents, my friends, my wife Ruchi and son Aman, and above all, this great country called India, and the moment that I have been in. I'm grateful to all of them. They all happened to me. These forces and influences that in many ways I had little control over. Through all the changes that life presented, my epiphany has been simply this: embrace and commit. I believe life joins many dots. The only thing we can do is be all in. Jump forward 60 years from the foundation to today, arguably the most disruptive time of our lives. The COVID-19 pandemic spurred us into adopting new ways to live and quickly transitioned our society into what our Prime Minister refers to as India's decade. You may not see it just yet, but you, all of you, the students here, are standing at one of the most defining junctures of our lives. You are the present and the architect of India's future. Find problems to solve and know what you solve for India, you will solve for the world. Who knows? Maybe the next Apple or the next Google might emerge from this very room. So my call to you is be purposeful in whatever you do and then pursue it with courage. Be all in. I wish all the students here every success as you navigate through the change and the new. And also my deepest gratitude goes to the team at IIM Calcutta as they propel their students onward and upward. In closing, allow me to leave you with a prayer that rings true for me every day. God, grant me the serenity to accept the things I cannot change, courage to change the things I can, and wisdom to know the difference. Once again, thank you for this honor, and my best wishes to each one of you. Thank you. And I will take my seat kindly now after this.